Yesterday it was a tropical disturbance bringing rain to South Florida. Today at this time it is Tropical Storm Erika and already racing toward the Texas coastline just south of Louisiana here. This is the Tropical Update on First Outlook, and we will keep you posted on Tropical Storm Erika making its way toward the west at 24 miles an hour, winds in the center of about 45 miles an hour. Its current location 480 miles east of Brownsville, Texas, but moving very quickly. Tropical storm warnings are up from Port O'Connor, Texas, southward to the Mexican coast, and also this is an area where hurricane watches are in effect in anticipation perhaps now of minimal hurricane winds. This is not going to be a strong hurricane, but at least it will be a strong tropical storm. So make your preparations now in this area of South Texas, from Port O'Connor down toward Corpus Christi, Brownsville. Tie down loose objects, bring in the lawn furniture, and make sure you have plenty of flashlight batteries and flashlights. You can prepare for some power outages here. As we get into tomorrow morning, we expect to see Erika making landfall throughout this area with a good bit of rain and some windy conditions as well. So we'll keep an eye on this also for the possibility of flooding. Flood watches are up for the southern portion of Texas right now in anticipation of all this heavy rain. Erika is what we're watching right now, making its way through the Gulf, moving again very, very quickly. We'll already feel the effects of it probably by this afternoon or this evening with some thunderstorms moving on toward the Texas coastline. A few thunderstorms cropping up in the Caribbean, nothing to worry about, and we're watching well out toward the Cape Verde Islands with one little disturbance moving off of the African coastline. Again, nothing developing here as of yet. We could see some development with this cluster of thunderstorms south of Cabo San Lucas in the Pacific, but we were seeing earlier in the week the tropical depressions well out here in the Pacific. Those are now a thing of the past. We are watching heavy rainfall back toward West Texas right now, and in particular into the southwestern United States, where we have some flood watches in effect for the southern portion of Arizona. Isolated severe weather possible in this area, and flood watches now include not only southern Arizona, but also the southern portions of Utah for that heavy rain. Kim?
And joining us now is Alexandra Steele of Your Weather Today. Good Friday morning to you, Alexandra.
Good Friday morning to you too, Kim.
Thank you. Now, how are you guys going to be tracking the progress of Tropical Storm Erika?
Well, actually, we expect a new advisory in just about an hour on this storm. And, of course, Dr. John Neese will have the details on that. And, of course, more lights are coming back on in the Northeast after yesterday's massive blackout. So if you're traveling anywhere today, our travel analyst, Dennis Smith, will tell you what's open, what's closed, where the trains are going, where they're not going, where power is restored, where it's not. So all your travel worries, Dennis Smith will certainly keep you up to speed on that. Now, Nick has your weekend forecast.
We're still seeing lots of sunshine into Saturday here through the midsection of the nation, and warm temperatures too. Watch out for some strong storms, though, into Ohio and the western portions of Pennsylvania as a cold front makes its way eastward, clearing your skies out by Sunday. Still scattered thunderstorms, though, from the mid-Atlantic southward into Sunday, and we'll see those afternoon thunderstorms too cropping up in the west both days. Here's where your warm weather is, right there in the southwest and smack dab in the middle of the nation. 90s and even a few triple-digit readings returning to Texas and Oklahoma.
And what kind of travel problems can folks in the Northeast expect?
Whoa, nightmare. That's what's going on. New York City, even though the airport is open, there are limited flights. Sunny and dry there. Philadelphia, definitely summertime steaminess building up. A heat advisory in for Washington, D.C. Take it slow and easy if you're out and about, and stay tuned for the latest on travel updates.
All right, thank you, Dennis. That's it for First Outlook. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Your Weather Today follows, updating you on Tropical Storm Erika. That comes after Local on the 8s.
Dear DirecTV, cable says reception quality is poor with satellite TV. Lies! My reception is way better with DirecTV than it ever was with cable. Sincerely, John Amenta. Did I capture the guy's anger? Yeah? Thank you.
Sign up now and get our best programming package free for 4 months.
Cut!
For Cal Ripken, life after baseball means spending more time around the house. It also means having more time for UNICEF. Because this year, kids across the U.S. will help save children's lives all over the world by trick-or-treating for UNICEF.
Hey, Cal, can you get the door? Trick or treat for UNICEF!
So this Halloween, carry the orange box and trick or treat for UNICEF.
There's more to protecting your family in the summertime than knowing which sunscreen to use. You've got to make sure they're protected at home as well. And no one helps protect families better than ADT. Call now and ask about ADT Summer Special and get ADT installed at a price you can afford. You could even save up to 20% off your homeowner's insurance. ADT helps keep more people safe in more ways than any other security company in America. And a single ADT system can help protect your home and family from burglary, fire, and carbon monoxide. You'll be connected to our customer monitoring center, where ADT professionals are watching out for you around the clock. So when an alarm is triggered, we can call for help.
5 miles east of Brownsville. Top sustained winds at 50 miles per hour. It is moving very fast off to the west at 23. It's pretty rare to see them move this quickly. Pressure actually measured by the Hurricane Hunter, the last pass that it was in the system, 1008 millibars. A new Hurricane Hunter aircraft heading out there right now. Here's our advisories, hurricane warnings from Baffin Bay all the way down to La Pesca, Mexico. Also, tropical storm advisories, tropical storm warnings from Port O'Connor right down to Baffin Bay. So from the central Texas coast down to Mexico, that's where we're looking for these watches. Here's our satellite photograph, and as we look at the pictures here, some different things going on. First of all, you can see that center of circulation would be right in through here. It's under what we call the central dense overcast, or CDO, that cluster right in through here, and that's the most important part of the tropical storm. Notice though, you can see very clearly the rotation right here. These are the low clouds spinning around. So I was looking at some of these different satellite photographs, and we're trying to determine exactly what's going on here. Either there's a little bit of shearing or there's some drier air trying to wrap up this way. But also, one thing that we're finding is going on right over that core where the circulation center is, that those cloud tops are continuing to cool or grow. So we do believe that this system probably is still on a strengthening phase here as it's making its way off to the west. Another vantage point, let me show you what's going on. Again, this is our infrared picture, and watch the colors here. The very last pictures continue to show reds, and the reds get darker. So that's telling us that these clouds continue to grow taller in the atmosphere. So right near the core of that circulation, these cloud tops continue to develop, despite that fact that we may have a little bit of dry air trying to wrap in up on that north side. Latest radar picture, you can see Corpus Christi, South Texas area. Notice with the Doppler radar just showing a few showers, but just off the radar screen, we're finding that first band of rain which should be coming in. Here's our picture of the projected track. We think by late tonight or early Saturday morning, this tropical storm, or by then, Hurricane Erika, could be on the coast, either South Texas or northern Mexico. The roughest part is where actually the center circulation comes ashore, and just to the north where you have those onshore winds blowing. We could find a tidal surge near where that happens, up around 5 to 7 feet. So be prepared for those waters to come up as this circulation makes landfall, Erika makes landfall. Back over toward the Caribbean Sea, actually a real nice day over toward the islands, beautiful day over the leewards. Latest radar picture back up toward San Juan, showing 1 or 2 thunder showers nearby, but all in all, not a bad day. There is another feature that we need to talk about. It's this tropical wave here. It's probably the strongest tropical wave we've seen. I don't know if I want to say this season, but it's a strong one coming off the coast, and it's very close to the Cape Verde Islands. It will be making its way westward, and I always study some of the forecast as guidelines. Of course, it is still a long, long ways from the islands. It suggests that this wave may be one that tries to hold together. So we will be watching that closely. Back over to the west coast of Mexico, pretty quiet situation after being very active the past several days. Again, Erika, the top portion of your screen here, making its way toward northern Mexico and South Texas. Back to the states here more closely. Here's the big picture around the country. Yesterday we had a severe weather watch back over toward Arizona, some big storms building up. Look at what we have again today. Pretty active radar for this time of day. Southern Arizona covers some showers, occasional storms building up. Also over to West Texas, moisture flying in with that upper air low. Could find some thunderstorms from West Texas all the way to the southwest. We'll have much more on your Friday forecast and Erika next.
This
This program was brought to you by DirecTV. Movies, music, and exclusive sports from the leader in digital satellite entertainment.
Dear DirecTV, cable says reception quality is poor with satellite TV. Lies! My reception is way better with DirecTV than it ever was with cable.
In many sections of the city, the mayor